Okay, hey, how's it going, guys? I've been requested to do a Reversao Raiz tutorial, and I'll also be covering Sailormoon and just regular Raiz as well. Going to be starting off with Reversao Raiz and how to learn that first. This is going to be quite an in-depth tutorial. Hopefully I won't blabber on for too long, but we'll go ahead and get right into it. So first off, what you need to start off, this is how I do it. So this is one of the first things I teach when doing it. So you're just going to practice doing touchdown hooks, really bringing that hooking leg across the front of your target, which is towards the camera in this clip, and just getting comfortable with that. Drill that a few times, and then eventually you want to go on and learn the touchdown hook, basically hyper. So pull it over and then hop off your, if you're a left side trick like me, hop off your right leg onto your left, and you see here how that leg is coming through the front there. Starting to get that reversal shape. Going in, see, hook, hyper, coming across. Cool. Play it again once more. Yeah, so starting to get a bit more speed into it, really trying to have a nice long arc. See how my hook leg is turned completely over, so it's not crescent, not with the side of the foot. Hooking straight across the target, slightly lean back, and my front foot is coming across the target there. Okay, get that down pretty well. When you go into Reversao, or basically any Raiz, I always step forward. This allows you to make sure your hips, you can control your hips a lot better and turn them in the air. So, there you go, pointing forward. And fingertips, you spring off them. So you're actually not putting too much weight on your hand. It's just kind of like a prop, like you would a handstand prop. Or just spring off the hands. It's the same in Sailormoon as well. So spring, as you spring, throw your hook leg around, and then when you're in the air, you're going to turn your hips towards your target and make sure they're nice and open, so this, your second leg, your right leg, is going to come through like that. So here, and jump, pull it through. Slide down here. So going here, spring off my hand, hook leg's coming up, pulling right across the top and around. It's pretty lazy, so I'm bending my leg. You can see how we're pulling it through. Notice how my head, I'm always looking towards my target. Like that. Beautiful. Cool. So practice that. Now you can probably put a bit more speed into it. And it just kind of floats and pops up. Here. Wind up with the arms, step forward. Hand plants down. It's facing away from my target. Hook leg's coming around. Push off and turn my hips towards my target to get that nice arch going along from my left leg all the way around my back, coming across the front. Probably do it again one more time. Blah blah, swing the leg. Good to practice this drill. Just swing your leg up like that. Get used to that motion. Phew. And here we have. Here you just can have it. So you're just practicing getting the balance of it. So jumping, kind of like a tornado kick, but pulling that front, basically sole of the foot coming across. It's quite a weird motion to do and explain. They're coming across the face of your target. And there, right around. Alright, so here we have some Ido Portal shit. No. My hook leg coming across the front. Blah blah blah. And then getting used to that, your right sole of your foot really pulling across the front, like if you can do gainer scissors or any scissor swipe or helicoptero, you should be familiar with this motion coming across there. Easy peasy. And here we have it from another, from this angle, so lead leg coming across the front, and then that pulls around like that. So it's that type of motion. Filmed it from a different angle here. So hand plants, foot forward, swing around, prop, spring off my hand, propping up. Other hand for balance. Left leg pulls to the ground. You want to get it there pretty much as fast as you can. Helps a lot. And that right leg coming across the front. Nice. And over. See, I'm looking forwards at my target. I'll play that in a bit faster motion. Yeah, pulls across. Ooh, nice and floaty. And here we have it from the back. Swing arms, plant here. This angle's quite good because you can see my foot pull across. Nice and quite lazy. So that's basically a Reversao. The reason I started with the Reversao because it helps in your Sailor and your normal Raiz as well. It is a completely different feeling from Raiz and Sailor, but it does help in the stepping forward and getting your legs nice and straight, and also hip control. Yeah, now we are on to Raiz. So, this is how I teach it. I don't think of it like a backflip at all. When people first started learning Raiz, they'd step all the way around and then throw like a back tuck or a flash. I think it looks ugly and it's terrible control of the hips, but that's just my opinion. There we go, so step forward, do a lazy tornado kick onto the right leg. You can see I'm starting to turn my hips around and slight arch in the back. Great about this is you can control it how you want. So now I'm going a bit more heel driving over the top a little bit, and then turning, just getting used to the familiar arc of the Raiz and motion of it. And again, and now we got a little bit more inversion. Here, line up with arms, step forward again, leg swings up, wait, and then push off. See how my lead leg, my left leg, is already going over the top. As it comes around, my right leg here, toes pointed, you want to round kick over the top of yourself basically, so make sure it's over your right hip. And comes down. Cool, I'll explain that in just a second. Here, blah, blah, and so obviously no-handed Gumby is a Raiz. Helps learn Gumby, but it's not very necessary. There's some tips, not some tips, but some drills that you can use to practice the motion of a Raiz. So just jumping into a cartwheel or a Gumby, you jump and then go over the top. You'll see I get a nice arc here. Boom, step forward, heel drive. Yeah, this is quite a familiar thing of the Raiz, and then turn hips, hands down, bada boom. If you're struggling getting power in a Raiz, it helps to learn from a hook. This helps square your hips coming into it. Where are we? Here, sorry. Yeah, so hook. Make sure you don't hook too high. It has to be hips turn all the way over. If you're doing a crescent hook, it'll look really shit and nothing will come out right. Yeah, step and then step forward. I keep my chest up during my Raiz. Helps get a bit more floaty. You can throw it down if you want to just experiment what works for you. This works for me. Up around, and see how that round leg is coming over the top again. Show you again, fast motion hook, Raiz. Easy peasy. What did I do here? Just a normal Raiz. Boring. and raise from this angle. Here, wind up, step forward, heel drive directly over the top, kind of turns around the side. If you're being a bit more casual, I was pretty lazy on this day. Go again, a bit slower for you. Step forward, everything's quite in line. Over the top, pushing my hips up so they're nice and open, and getting that left leg nice and straight to the ground as fast as possible. Cool beans. Alright, step forward, spring, then turn hips. Yes, been over that. So it's always important, heel drive first, let your body go up, and then turn your hips in the air. Yeah. Up, and then over. So now we're going on to the Sailormoon, which is I'd learn Sailormoon before doing your normal Raiz, but you can learn any one of these 3 variations first. It shouldn't really matter. Experimenting with them all and your whole Raiz complex should come together quite easily. Step and then around. So here we got the basically Sailor Tornado. We're learning to turn our hips, and you want to try and face completely around so your toes face back towards the way you came, just like you would with a normal cartwheel or anything like that. Step forward, heel drive, and turn hips. This is why it helps to learn Reversao first. See how I'm already in the Reversao shape here, but at the end I turn them over to face my target. This will help a lot with your Sailor. Spring. So here we have me rolling around on the ground. So your left leg's gonna come over the top. Pretend I'm in the middle of the Raiz right now. Your left leg's gonna pull over the top, hopefully inverted fully, and then your right leg, as I was explaining before, the round kick comes over the top as well. Easy. A few more angles. Here, heel drives around the side like the Reversao, and then turns. You can pull it directly over the top and get a full inversion for your Sailor, or pull it around the side for a more floaty, upright Sailormoon. Ooh, and floats around, easy peasy. Here, everything is kind of slightly angling up, and then as I turn my hips invert a little bit more, so they're more vertical. I got a few styles here. Yeah, step forward and over the top. Spring's quite important because it pushes you up just that little extra bit more. So here, hands touch, spring off the fingertips, heel going over the top, and then hips turn right about there. Right. Cool. Once you get those down, you can play with some fun variations. So here we got our Sailor swipe. You can turn this into a Reversao swipe as well. Hips forward and over the top. You can side swipe, very easy. Fun variation, you can GMS, wrap full, stuff like that out of it. And over the top. If you're struggling with this move, then hopefully this will help. We'll slow it down for you. So push, get your height first. Left leg kind of stays where it is and just swipes completely over the top. Super fun. You can vary out pretty much everything with Sailor, so you can chuck shitty D-leg like me on the end. Just heel driving, feet together, or parafuso, whatever you want to call it. This drill here will help you invert. If you want more inversion on any Raiz, Sailor, Reversao, this will help a lot. Doing spin setup into it, this makes you step forward and pulls your chest coming down as you go over the top. This is a variation. crap example, but oh wow. Alright, hopefully that helps. Any questions, leave a comment. But basically, in summary, can try any of these 3 different variations. Yeah, practice those drills, they help a lot. A Gumby is important for just getting the arc in your back and going on the weird raise axis. But otherwise than that, just practice a lot, squeezing everything. Once you get it quite flowy, makes it look very nice. Point your toes, all that jazz. If you want more of these tutorials or a bit more in-depth one on any other move that I can do or have experience on, let me know. Yeah, see you later. Have a happy tricking. Wait, please tell me I recorded that. What the fuck is it? Where's my recording on? What the fuck? Control.